Welcome back. I must apologize for the fact that I have been gone for some time. I had some personal issues that I had to resolve. And now that those things have been brought to a conclusion, we are back again with no signs of stopping. But I have to admit that during my time off, I was able to carefully consider my catalog of videos, and I picked up on a disturbing trend that I would like to correct. The trend is one where I am focusing quite a bit on the negative characteristics of women in our community, of women in general. And so to remedy that situation, we are going to now introduce a line of videos that are geared toward highlighting the positive aspects of women in our community and women in general. This particular line of videos, this new series, will be called The Help Meet. And so this video that we're about to go into will be the very first episode of The Help Meet. And in this particular video, we're going to see what we can find out. But now, before we get into the video, let me make this statement, and I want it to be clear. Any situation, whether you're a man or a woman, any situation that you enter into with bad faith will not turn out the way that you want it to. It will not have the desired outcome because you approach the situation in a negative fashion. And so it's necessary that individuals, especially in relationships and in friendships, we have to approach situations in good faith. And I think this video is an example of what it means to approach a situation in good faith. Sometimes approaching situations in good faith calls for you to be unselfish. It calls for you to be giving. It calls for you to be the individual who is showing your appreciation through action. So let's get into the video and see what we can find out.
Please, the time out to unlearn the fact that a man has always got to be held at such a high standard. He's always got to be the one to check on everybody else, but who gonna check on you? As your woman, that's my job. That's one thing my man ain't never got to worry about. Baby, how was your day? We don't want to talk about me. We're not gonna talk about me. How was your day? How you feeling today? How your mental? How was your spiritual? Like, are you good? You know what I'm saying? Is something bothering you? Okay, cool, baby. Go on in there and take you a shower, cleanse yourself. Come out, I got you. I'm gonna rub your feet, give you a massage, whatever it is you need, but I need you to relax. Today is about you. It ain't just gonna be no special day, no holiday. I need my man to know that I'm a safe place. I am a place where you can come lay all your burdens down. I don't want you to exude some vulnerability with me. I need you to show me that you my gentle giant. Yeah, your boys ain't gotta know all this because it ain't nobody's business but mine and yours. But baby, I need you to know that I got you. So if you got to, rest your head up in my bosom and talk to me. Do you understand? We ain't got to.
Wow. Now, I think that was a phenomenal video to start off this series. Now, as I mentioned, this new series will be focusing on the positive qualities and the positive aspects of the characteristics of women. But we're focusing more on women who employ femininity. Can you feel the femininity that's exuding from the words that she says? Now, this is not a matter to take lightly for her. This is not something that she's saying just because it sounds nice. Her mannerisms, the tone of her voice, the inflection in her voice dictates that this is a serious matter to her. It's a matter that through time and through work, she's mastered. Because the way she's speaking is from experience. So now what can we gain from this particular video from a man's standpoint that stands out and that really shows femininity in its natural, unadulterated setting? Well, one of the things she said is that in regards to her man, her thought pattern is, how are you? It's not necessary for him to focus on her. When she's in his presence, her thought process is, how are you? What do you need? So how does that play into femininity? Well, if her looking at this particular man, and in this case, let's just say her husband, just for the sake of discussion, if she's looking at her husband in the way that she describes, then that means that she's nurturing, without a doubt. This is an example of a woman's power to nurture a woman's power to give a man enthusiasm, to be the reason why this man goes out every day and does the best that he can, because he knows that the woman at home who he has chosen is fully supportive of him. That's what we see. That attitude of how are you? It's unselfish. It's nurturing. That's the first point. Now, what else did we see? We saw that in her description of what she does with her husband, she mentioned that she is his safe place. His safe place. Now, when you think about that, if an individual feels safe in a certain circumstance, what do? Well, a lot of times what they do is they begin to speak, and they speak freely, because they know that the situation that they're in is one where they can feel secure. And so that's a part of having a safe place. And it plays into the fact that a woman who is nurturing, a woman who is supportive of her mate, she is the safe place for him. He can come and reveal any secret that he has. He can come and talk to her about the difficulties that happen during the day, because make no mistake, it is a war outside your home. A lot of you women understand that, but we need to impress upon you the fact that there is a war outside your home. And that war is for resources. And many times, the war involves individuals being dishonest. It involves individuals deliberately doing things to hurt others. So it's a very difficult situation to deal with. And if there's a war that's going on outside of your house and your husband, your mate, is successfully bringing in the resources that are necessary to support you and the home and children if you have them, then this is what he needs. He needs a safe place. He needs a place to unpack, to unload, to put things down, so that the next morning he can get up out of bed and he can go and fight that war again. Yes, that war is made up of many, many battles. And the way that you respond to him helps him to fight those battles. Okay? What's the next point? A lot of times, when individuals make reference to situations that they have to deal with, they reference certain situations as a burden. Now, if you're thinking about a burden, let me clarify what I mean by that, because she mentioned it in the video. A burden is a situation that you cannot deal with by yourself. It's a situation that you need assistance with. And even though we're men, we're masculine, we're strong, we're determined to provide and protect, there are things that happen to us that we can't deal with on our own. And if you desire to be a helpmeet, this is one of the things we need. Now remember, I'm speaking from a man's perspective. So this is my reaction to what she said. But I think that's important, that word burden. Because there are many burdens that you have to shoulder. If you're a father, if you're a son, if you're an uncle, if you're a cousin, maybe you're a CEO of a business, maybe you're a business owner. There's so many things, so many hats that you have to wear. Sometimes those things can become too much for you to bear. And in that situation, wouldn't it be a wonderful thing? Wouldn't it be a beautiful thing to have someone to help you carry those burdens? All right. Now, the last thought. She made it plain. The very end of the video, she says, I got you. Right? So his friends doesn't have to know about the things that he's going through. He can maintain his reputation. He can save face, because he has already invested the time and the energy in speaking with his mate. So when we talk about that phrase, I got you, there's a certain dependability and the reliability that's expressed in that phrase. It means that that man can rely upon his spouse to always be supportive of him. He can rely upon his spouse to always hear him out and to always make sure that the things that he needs are in place, just as he makes sure the things that she needs is in place. So do you see how each one offsets the deficiency of the other? Whatever I can't do, you can do. And whatever you can't do, I can do. And so I think that this was a powerful video to start this series off. And as I mentioned, we're going to rectify the relationship between women and this particular podcast. I feel it's necessary to highlight the difficulties that we experience with women, especially in our community. But I also think it's necessary for us to highlight the positive aspects of the women in our community. And so you get a balanced approach to what you're looking for. Not only am I telling you what to avoid, but I'm telling you what to actively look for and vet in individuals who you will bring into your life. Well, those have been my thoughts. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Be easy.